Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. Gunko Guns here, locked, loaded, and ready to roll. In today's Palworld video, by popular demand and because you fine folks keep asking, I'm finally showcasing my Red Army, the absolute raid wrecking squad I've bred specifically for melting bosses faster than a popsicle in the desert. I'll break down the build, show you how to create your own unstoppable raid team, and then because talk is cheap, I'll throw them straight into battle to prove how devastating they are versus all the raids. So grab your popcorn, maybe a drink, and let's put some foot to buttocks. Let's go. If you are looking for people to play Palworld with, why not join the Mando community? We got our own server where you can team up, trade, and conquer together. Plus, after the new year, we're kicking off an epic Nuzlocke challenge. And guess what? You're all invited. All the details you need will be in the description of this video. All right, folks, thank you again for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. If you enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Now, let's get into it. The Red Army for Raids, featuring one of my absolute favorite pals, the Jormintide Ignis, right here. Or as I like to call him, Hiden no Ignis, because he just won't die, or Yamata no Orochi, I think that's how you pronounce it, you'll have to excuse me if I didn't. It's actually after the legendary multi-headed dragon god from the Japanese mythology. Yes, I'm a big nerd. Yes, you can Google this. I just really like the name. That's why I used it. Why Jormintide Ignis for raids, you might be asking yourself. Simply put, it is a fire and dragon typing, just like so. That hard counters 90% of all the raid bosses in Palworld. They're also extremely tanky. They hit like an absolute truck, and their attack power is straight up S tier, making them the perfect raid pal for absolute destruction. So naturally, I've bred 15 of them. Because why have one when you can have the unstoppable Red Army? Let's break down what I did with it. First, how to get a Jormintide Ignis, aka Snake God, aka Yamata no Orochi. So there's a couple of ways of getting this fire-breathing dragon, or the multi-headed menace, if you will. One, you can catch it in the wild, and I'll actually show you where you can actually get this. So if you go to one of the sanctuaries, I believe it is the third one up here, he is actually in there. It is a little rare spawn, so you'll have to exit and re-enter the area until you see it. The new method, if you want to catch one, is due to the Faybreak update. If you go right over here by this fire, by the Emberstone Plateau, right here, especially in these two, they have an overspawn here. They'll be pretty much everywhere. You can easily catch one. Pro tip, if you guys like to crank up the speed rate or the spawn rate to 3, you can easily get all of them for condensing purposes. Remember this method because we'll talk about it here in a minute. The method that I prefer to use, however, is the actual breeding one. And the reason, or how I get it is, excuse me, how I get it is I actually use a regular Jormintide and a Blaze Howl, which are super easy to get, and you can get them pretty early on, and then you can easily get yourself a Jormintide Ignis. Again, the reason why I bring this up is this method for breeding specifically is actually the best way to pass down the right passives as well. Now let's talk about the passives that you actually want. All right, folks, let's talk about passives. Now, if you look at my current passives, they're really good, but they're not perfect. Why? Because this army is actually about 6 to 8 months old, and back then, we did not have the god or the demon god passive available for us. So unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to breed out, the demon god onto it. So these were the best back then. However, with demon god, things look a little bit different. So if I was to start fresh today, I'd go with legend, because this is just amazing. You get the attack and defense. I would go with Musclehead for the 30% raw attack, and Serenity because it's a cheat code. You get the active cooldown reduction by 30% and 10% more attack. I would get rid of Impatient and put Demon God, because Demon God is best ever. So those were the 4s that I would get. One more time, I would get Legend, Serenity, Musclehead, and instead of Impatient, I would get Demon God. Why these passives? And again, I already mentioned it over. You get tons of extra damage, tons and tons of defense, and because of Serenity, you get these skills to come back even faster for their cooldowns. So these things just make a pretty much killing machine that's really hard to kill. Now, after this, we're going to actually talk about the active skills that you want. All right, folks, let's talk about something important here. Back in my day, that's the grandpa day, I'm just kidding, about 8 months ago or so, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, breeding for the perfect pal was freaking crazy, especially if you wanted to have Holy Burst on it, okay? What you had to do, you had to rely on the RGN or RNG gods and hope that your pal, when it came out, was the perfect passives. It had the perfect IVs you see right here, and on top of that, you had to wish that they came with Holy Burst. If they did not come with Holy Burst, that pal was useless. You could throw it away. This was about, again, 6 to 8 months ago. It really made breeding crazy. But now, thanks to the skill fruit trees that you see behind me here, this is so much easier now, because you can just get most of these amazing moves, including Holy Burst, in one of these, and you can just teach it to them. It makes breeding pretty much the easiest thing in the game right now. This is why I prefer breeding instead of catching, because of these. But again, if you check out my video or my channel, I have on how to actually do all of these, how to breed it perfectly, and all that good stuff in there. So I won't go over it too much. I'll just do like an overview today. Excuse me. The moves that you really need is based on who you're fighting. Holy Burst, again, is the most broken move in this game. You always want to have this. I choose Fireball and Dragon Meteor because I'm too lazy to switch them out. They're good against everybody, but you would, especially if you're doing, if you're not comfortable or whatever, you would want to switch these out to, for example, whoever you're fighting, so you can counter them. Just to give you an example, when you're fighting the brand new Ryu, which I have right over here. Let me see if I missed it. Here he is. So this is the brand new Blazemet Ryu that you can actually get after beating the raid. He's now Dragon and Fire. So because of that, you could probably bring in like a water type move and it will just destroy him. So like knowing the typings really does help you. But again, I'm not going to do any of that today. I'm just going to rely on good old pure strength from the Red Army just to kill everybody. So with that said, I'm going to talk about one more thing, and then we're going to go into the full showcase. The one thing again with the IV potentials, if you look on my one of my channels, I have a video on how to actually get these perfect, so you can check that out. These really do help. But what you really want is the condensing for the Stonebringer Lava Dragon level 5. Now again, if you are breeding 15 of them, you can actually get away with just getting it to a star 2 instead of going to star 4, and that's going to save you weeks of work. I'm not going to lie, guys, this might take you a week to set up fully. Especially if you're just doing 2 stars. If you follow the specific strategy, it won't take you that long. However, it can if you don't have a lot of time. So this is what I suggest doing. If you look right here on my little Red Army, as you see, I'm breeding a lot more of them just to kind of show you guys all my tests. I have a full army of these guys, as well as a full army that I'm working on of the Bastion Cores. As well as these as well. So again, there's a bunch of them that I'm working on, for future content. But for now, we're just going to stick with these. So what you want to do essentially is, as you're breeding these, you want to get 15 of these that have the perfect passives and, one of the better IVs. Do not worry about the active skills because we can just teach those, with skill fruit trees for now. Once you have them, once you have 15 of these, what you want to do is you want to get one of the Ignises or the Jormintide Ignises that have Philanthropist. Philanthropist makes it where your eggs, they make the eggs faster. You can hatch them faster, etc., etc. On top of that, you can increase the spawn rate of pals. And like I said, if you go right here, as I mentioned earlier in the fabric expansion, if you go to the Emberstone Plateau, especially these two areas right here where my mouse is at, they overspawn so quick, you can just mass catch them. And then you want to condense at least 15 of them to level 2. That is a must. And if you want to go to level 4 for them to be extremely powerful, more power to you. I did. But again, at least level 2 and you should be okay. The other thing is you really want to go to the statue and empower the pals. Are they fighting me? Bastard. I know that was a little overkill, but this is a sacred area. Don't just walk up in here. Anyway, you want to go to the statue and you want to empower the attack and defense as much as you can up. Don't worry about the work speed, but you at least want to get these all the way full. And I actually have a video in my channel or on my channel and showing you how you can actually farm these super quick so you can get them to, at least full power on these. But once you're done with all of that, you're going to have yourself a full army of the 15 Jormintide Ignis. For this example today, as I promised you guys, I'm not going to get involved at all. And I'm going to fight all 3 of these bosses, and I'm just going to let them kill it. And I'm only going to use 10 of them just to show you how crazy strong they are. So with that said, I'm going to get into the fights now, and we'll go from there. All right, so as you see right here, I have put 10 of them in there for the fight. I am not going to use the other 5 that I have because I just want to show you that you don't actually need all 15. Does it help? Absolutely, but these will just be fine. On top of that, what I actually did not mention is that you can, especially on the harder one, Ultra mode, if you want to help, because you're definitely going to need some firepower, this is the best build to use for it. As you see, I am using my glowing bomber, buffer, and biffer, my 4 boosters, and then depending on who I'm fighting, I will actually use these pals here that give you a boost to your attack. For example, if I'm fighting a dragon type, I would use cool runnings. As long as I'm on top of it, it's going to boost it's going to turn my attacks into ice attacks and boost them, as well as the rest of these right over here. I do have most of them here. Like, for example, Muerte, when he's fighting with you, he turns your attacks into ground and etc, etc. You know what I mean though, right? As long as they're on, with your party, and depending on who they are, they will make things a lot easier. But for this, we're going to actually use Danger Noodle. However, I'm not going to actually fight, like I said. I'm just going to ride him just to kind of get away from everything so we can watch the fight. With that said, let's start off with the first one. And we're going to do 3 today, and I'm going to show you the full power of the Red Army as we're fighting. So let's bring on the original Belle Noire so you can see it against the Dragon Army. FYI, this is going to go super quick. So we're going to pop that, and then we're going to get the hell out of the way. So here, watch the Red Army go after it. So as you see these guys, she is barely doing any damage to them. I mean, she is, again, the original, but we are going to use the other 2 as well. So you can see it's not going to matter. The army is just too freaking strong. So as you see right here, they are just completely annihilating that thing like it was nobody's business. So now with that said, let's go ahead and grab the other one. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put them away. Again, the reason why I put them away is because they get in the way and then I can't place the summoning altar. So I just put them away really quick just to make things a little bit easier. So again, we're going to put it over here and we're going to make it really quick. Then let's go ahead and get these guys back out. The Red Army, man, it's so powerful. I know there's other people that use the same build as well, and more power to them. It definitely works, guys. So if you're looking to do the raids and you want to get into them, you should really invest some time into it. Just FYI, as you see right here, I just got that egg. That's a Belle Noire in there. That's how you get them. Now let's do the Libro, the red one, and see how that works. And we're gonna, again, get the hell out of here. Come on, Danger Noodle. Come on, Danger Noodle. Get me out of here, Danger Noodle. Oh, shit. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. We're getting the hell out of there. All right. So as you see, the 10 of my red army is just completely obliterating the Belenoir Liberto, which is like the red one, the level 51, the one that's really hard to kill or supposed to be. Just look what the hell they're doing to them. And again, I didn't even use the best moves. The only move that's really just kind of using all its full potential is the Holy Burst. But as you see, remember I was talking earlier just about how defensively strong they are. If you look at them, she's barely doing any damage to them. As you see right here, they're already halfway, and they are just annihilating it. Now imagine if you had 15 of them. Just imagine how much power that would be. I'm only using 10, and look at the damage that they're doing to it. So again, use this information how you see fit, guys, but it definitely is really strong. And on top of that, you can even help out and kill it, and help them do damage. But we're not going to do that. Why the hell would we, right? So as we wait, as it's kind of doing its thing, they're going to kill it here really quick. Oh, it actually hit me. Oh, what's it doing? It's doing something. Okay. Oh, yeah. This is probably the second phase of it. As you see, it doesn't matter, man. The red army is just so strong. It does not matter. It is going to get eaten alive by them. Yeah. Game over. I'm going to actually leave them out for a little bit because I want them to go eat. Because they're all freaking hungry. Go eat. I have some food over there. And while they're doing that, we're going to put the final one down because I want you guys to see it against the Ryu. Now, the reason why I'm not doing the dragon, I actually been so busy with other things I haven't had a chance to get all the slaps for it, unfortunately. So, but I will, and I'll actually show you that one as well. But for now, we're going to put the Blazement Ryu. And again, if you see this huge egg right here, that is the Liberto version of the of Belenoir, and I'm actually going to show you how that works. I think they've all eaten a little bit, so we can probably start this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get on top of it. That way we don't mess around here. Let's summon this and see how it works. And again, keep in mind, guys, I didn't change any of the moves. If I were to use moves that actually counter these pals a lot more, this would be even faster. I just wanted to show you the true power of them when you don't even try. But as you see right here, they're about to go fight toe-to-toe with them. And as you see, they are doing some damage. All right. So Ryu, again, the Blazement Ryu is no joke, man. He is actually pretty strong. But as you see right here, because of the Holy Burst, they are just whomping him like he was a poor little baby. Yeah, he's crying to his mama right now. As you see right there, that position right there, I've seen it in school. That's when they cry to their mamas. I promise you guys. Anyway, moving on. As you see, they are just on him, man. As you see, many dragons. That nickname, or that nickname that you can give it, the Yamata no Orochi, is really fitting. Is if you see what it can do to it. Okay, so here's a little attack. I'm just gonna try to get the hell out of its way. Again, it would definitely, I can actually shoot rockets at it from here, just like so. And help them out. But there's no reason for me to do that because they are more than enough, for it to kick the crap out of it. And just like that, they're about to finish it off. I think its second stage might begin here, and he's going to heal himself by a little bit. I'm not sure, though. Let's see what happens here. Down to 50K. Under 50. Yeah, they're just whomping him, man. They're just whomping it. Here we go. I think he's going to heal himself here. Yeah, he healed himself to about 170K, which is fine. Is this guy stuck on a tree? Get over there. Come on, guy. Yeah, I think he's stuck on a tree. That's all right. We don't need your stinking help. But as you see, as I'm kind of like going around them, they're only at about, some of them are at full health, but there are some of them that are at like 50% HP. They are, like I said, they're very strong and they're not easy to kill. So these guys are super, super strong. I want to know which one that is over there. Let me see if I can go grab him and just throw him off the damn tree because he's stuck up there. There we go. Get over here, guy. Go help your heads. There you go. Yeah, let me get Danger Noodle out. Get back here. All right. Oh. Oh, run away. There's another one over there. Man, what is happening? Like, the AI is just crazy in this game, no? Let me lift him up from there. He's like hiding over there. All right, go. Go. All right. Here we go. All right. Anyway, he's about to die here in a second. Oh, did he disappear again? And just like so, they have completely died. So that is my red army. And again, I only had 10 of them out. If you put 15, it is going to be a whole nother thing that you can do to them. I am going to let them eat here for a second. And then I'm actually going to show you guys what you get for this. So because, again, a lot of people are asking where you get some of these pals. Now, if you go to your breeding area, just like so, this is where you can get some of these end game pals that nobody has if you would like. For example, if we put these in here and then we wait for it to open, and when you hatch them, this is how you get, as you see, the Blazemet Ryu, the Belenoir Liberto, and the regular Belenoir. This is how you get them, is you actually have to fight them in the raids, and then they'll pick them up. Again, I hope the showcase was what you guys wanted to see. It really doesn't take that much, or that long to build it correctly if you just follow some certain tips and, that people have in the community. It'll make things a lot easier for you. Again, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, folks.